Hey, everybody, and thank you for joining me once more for a movie review Monday here with Real Time Frankie. All right, today I'm going to be talking about the drama starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. If you go back to my episode, You Can't Algorithm a Great Story, you'll see that I talk about the actors and the producers and the writers in the trailer watch segment of that episode, right? But I'm just going to jump right in. Okay. First, I want to talk about the two actors that were opposite Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. Did not get as much screen time as I thought they would. Okay. I thought they would get a chance to, be a part of this story and not take away the shine from Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, but they were very, very not in the story at all. They have, a few scenes when they open. You see them one time in the middle of the film, and then they don't come back in full effect until towards the end of the movie. What I guess you would call the climactic scene of this movie. Next, I'm gonna get into this twist. Um, During the trailer watch segment of my episode, You Can't Algorithm a Great Story, I said this. Now, A24 is probably going to have some giant twist either at the end or maybe the reveal of whatever game they were playing was the twist. But I'm hopeful to watch this. And this is definitely going to get a movie review out of me. Okay. And then TMZ also came out with this. So I thought I was, one, I know I'm familiar with A24's work, and yes, they usually do have some sort of twist. But in this movie, maybe I'm not doing enough, but the twist that they put in this film, I absolutely hated it. Honestly, the thing that sends this couple's wedding week over the rails, I personally wouldn't have cared about. Um, Maybe I'm not doing enough. Should you have watched the movie already or go out and watch it after this? Let me know in the comments if I'm not reacting the way I should be reacting, but I wouldn't have cared, right? Next, I'll say that this movie in general was, I'll say, a cautionary tale about, overthinking something or sticking too close to one thing. Overthinking. Yeah, I think I said it correctly the first time. Cautionary tale about overthinking an event or a situation. But I'll say this next. For me, this movie reminds me of an African movie, right? If you know African movies, then you'll know what I'm saying. There's no climactic scene. It's a good story, it's a solid storyline, but there's nothing in this movie that had me at the edge of my seat. I say all that to say this. If I had to put a climactic scene on this film, it would be the last 3 or 4 minutes of this movie, right? Not because the movie is finally over, but the last moments of this movie put a very powerful statement out there about starting over. And usually, when you hear starting over, people assume starting over with someone new. No, I mean, I would have to reword it to say that the last moments of this movie puts a powerful message out there about making the effort between the two, right? So that's what I'll say. I'm not going to tell you to not watch the movie. Again, good story, solid storyline, entertaining enough to get people to come out. But, you know, just no climactic scene of the film. Loved everything else about the movie, but there was no climactic scene of the film. So, yeah, if you want to watch it, go out there, come back in this comment section and tell me about it. But yeah, for sure, I want to hear what everybody else has to think about this movie. Okay? Thank you for watching up to this point. I want to ask you to like this video and follow me on all social media platforms. You can find me at Discuss the Film. And on every podcast that's available, you can find me at Real Time with Frankie. All right? Thank you so much again. I'll talk to you next time.